VC for the rally of the army.
What's the procedure for the officer stand?
What the
Yeah.
moment? What the deuce? I
If
thought
we
you
have
said.
any conscripts here, could we please promote them to soldat? You too. What companies do you want to join?
Ryan, put me in the Grenadiers.
Grenadier. Yes, sir. Okay. Grenadier again,
Nice.
bro. What the-
Now it's your chance, bro. No, join
Let's
the.
if I won't ruin the Grenadiers. Not to say anything bad or anything, but I will put you guys temporarily in the Fusiliers.
What? You don't give them grenadiers?
Are we doing rank order?
Much
Yes.
better music.
Rank
Much
Yes.
better
order.
music.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
It's not.
What is
Oh,
We're
this?
not going to be
What the fuck?
inspecting our
Alright.
ranks.
Fucking half.
Who is this?
Come up
Hey,
here.
lad.
It's a grand rally, not an
Alright.
inspection. They don't care about ranks.
I know, but I don't want any conscripts in the photo. It'd be nice.
No, no.
Whoa.
You two rejoin the game so you can get your full uniform. No, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have like completely soldats.
Yeah.
You two rejoin the game. I give you your
I'm
ranks.
not complaining about the conscripts or soldats. I'm saying that it doesn't matter if it's in rank order or
Oh.
not.
What the deuce?
Yeah, sure.
I-
No rank order.
It's all last summer, dude. Someone last inspection.
Where is our general? Is he here?
You know, I had
where's
to make
Fritz?
I had to make the server.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
He wasn't even
God.
online.
Where's Fritz, man?
Where's anyone? By the way, I did submit medals last night, albeit at 4 a.m. Actually, they are. Oh wait, they're calling the main army rally. So after that's done, come back here, boys. Let's all go.
Okay.
Yep.
I kind of missed the Vistul in our rally thing.
So rally.
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 Rally Vistul. Hoorah!
Rally.
Rally, 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 rally.
I'm hopping from server to server, so just let your men know that entering the rally VC is a go. Many members from 18E. Oh no, they're coming in. 90. 16E. Still many people there. 21E. Ligiri. (16E) still. If people can grab people from 16E to come in here. As well as 21E, I think, is joining now. And Ligiri still. I'll wait all those lads to join before I begin the rally.
Hold on a sec.
Still some stray 21E members. Okay, seems we've got a majority of the people here. And I'm hoping for Nap to come in here sometime soon, but I will begin. For those that want to have the colonels and such, that want to state messages to the entire group, that'll be done at the end of today's rally. So, let's begin. Welcome to the Grand Rally of July. This was scheduled a while ago. And though it was scheduled to have a larger outcome, but there have been a lot of troublesome issues that have been plaguing many of the groups inside of Men of War. But this rally does go to show myself that we may be bogging down, and a lot of people will be having a tougher time getting people into their regiment, getting people to stay in their regiment. But 283 people still attending today really does show me that we do have a lot of juice left in us to keep going. So when we pierce through this sort of fog that is kind of slowing us down, there's going to be a lot to see after that. From the development side of things, there are a lot of things being developed at a very rapid rate. Um, and obviously, there have been some things that have been slowing down development, but the team is doing an excellent job at ensuring that anything that needs to be done gets done, even if it's not by the person who needs to do it, it's somebody else. So today, I really want to first mark that this day is to celebrate Bastille Day as well. Bastille Day, if many of you don't know, was on the 14th of July, very similar to how it is on the 4th of July, to represent the toppling of the great political prison that was the Bastille in France, that gave way to the French Republic. That is now, and many of you French lads in general can correct me, I believe the Fifth Republic. So, and as we roleplay as an empire, it's still nice to acknowledge where France is today, and the history that we sort of reenact through a virtual setting. To many people, Roblox may not be that sort of platform that incites historical, mumbo jumbo. It's more of a kids game. But this platform allows us to really create a community and reenact what once was the history of France, the history of the First French Republic under Napoleon I. And as we reenact that sort of stuff, we have an obligation to you guys, us as the development team for France, as well as the development team for Men of War, to provide you a very accurate, comfortable, and nice looking experience. L Prince is currently going through the new uniforms, and we have developments, excuse me, behind the scenes for new maps to come, new tech to come, and all that great stuff that we are very happy to see. A lot of people still are waiting and anticipating for that, and attending these sorts of get engagement events that lets us gauge how many people still want to be here and still want to truck through with us. Without further ado, I would like to mention those that have received medals. As some of you may know, Unitidium, who is our Grand Marshal of the Palace currently, was recently caught COVID, and his work has sort of bogged him down. Or sorry, his COVID has bogged him down, and there has been a lot less progress towards the medals. But I didn't want to have today be medalists. There were many to go through, and the sheet still has work to be done, especially after today. And I want United to be there to assist me with it when we distribute all the medals to everyone, especially from the ones last time that still have not received a list of those who received their medals. But today, I want to acknowledge those who received the Legion of Honor, our Empire's highest medal reward, period, that is bestowed upon usually by NAP, but today I will be bestowing those medals upon those who have been called to receive it. So, without further ado, if you receive a medal in your own server, you may step forward and have your men acknowledge you. And many of the colonels will understand that you received it. Nap's online, so if he does join, I will let him speak. But without further ado, if I get interrupted, fret not. Nap will take care of the rest. Starting from the top to the bottom, the Legionnaire class of the Legion d'Honneur. The first recipient is Troll Blaster. Excuse me for mispronunciation if that's the case. I also did not mark down what regiment you're from, so do excuse me. But you know who you are and you know what regiment you're in, and many of your own men will know who you are, since I'd imagine you're in the same regiment as them. Second recipient, Legionnaire class of the Legion of Honor. Excuse me if I didn't say Legionnaire class, but these are all Legionnaire class as of stated right now. Legionnaire class, the second recipient is Jaegu 1. Again, excuse me if I mispronounced that. The third recipient, Legionnaire class of the Legion of Honor, J-Jet 58. The fourth recipient of the Legionnaire class of the Legion of Honor, Glock Mark Stacken. The fifth recipient of the Legion of Honor Legionnaire class, and this one's a big one, a lot of you may know this lad, Kazakh Beanie. The sixth recipient of the Legionnaire class Legion of Honor, Dork Volin. And these are the Legionnaire class recipients for the Legion of Honor. Nap is here, so Nap, if you want to interrupt me, by all means, go for it. The, oh, sorry. What were you saying?
I gotta be quick because I'm busy.
Yes, sir.
So hold up, give me a second. I cannot hear anybody. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna make this really quick, because I think what I gotta say is pretty important. But Joel can take care of the rest of the rally. Some of you may or may not know that Ryan is resigning due to real life commitments that he must uphold as a part of growing up. And I'm not going to be all sappy and shit because I found that pretty gay, but Ryan has been a very, very vital part of this group for a long time. I've known Ryan for, I don't even know how many years. Like 7, 8, a very long fucking time. Met him whenever he was a small, young boy that knew nothing about how to lead, didn't use his mic, was apprehensive to take leadership positions, but I put him in a position to grow as a leader, and I think he took with it and ran off and did a wonderful job, considering the success that he has received with the 5070 in this iteration of GA and last iteration. So like I said, I'm not going to be sappy and I'm not going to sit here and talk for 30 minutes, but it is a very unfortunate day that we have come to, losing Ryan, and we wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors. We hope that he can stay around, at least as like a ranker, and keep his face in GA, and pop around every now and then whenever he's got free time, because this group should never forget the dedication and willpower Ryan has gone through to get his regiment where it's at today. Sustainable, successful, and a true representation of what I want every regiment to display to anybody that wants to join the group, which is a good community, good leadership, and utmost, above all, a damn good bond of strangers over the internet that talk to each other every day and share common interest and basically are like internet brothers, which is really cringy to say, but yeah. So thank you, Ryan. Thank you for everything that you've done for me, for everything that you've done for the general staff, and for everything that you've done for your men. Because I'll be the first to say that you've made their time here 100 times better than what it would have been without you. So we wish you the best of luck. If you want to, actually, I'm going to invite Ryan to the stage and see if he wants to say anything. I'm on phone, so can someone? Actually, I found him. There we go, Ryan. If you want to come up here, there you go.
I'm actually taking up a colonel position in BA. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. It's yeah. Now, like Nav said, yeah, he he met me when I was a very young boy.
Yeah.
But
You can say he groomed you into what you are today.
Yeah, you could say
that's
that.
exactly what I was thinking. I was like I was 10 when I met Nap, or 11 or something. And don't get me wrong, Nap was a lot younger, okay? Nap was a lot younger.
Yeah.
Don't get it the wrong way. For those of you that are saying that in the chat. We met in some British group. I think it was KGB or TBK. I can't remember. But from there, we've just had a really, really strong friendship. And he gave me the opportunity. First in the 84E in 2018 when I was like 12 years old. I took up my first regiment under Nap at that age. And we've had a few ups and downs, but I'm glad it's persisted all the way through. All the way to me leading the 57E. I haven't... it's really hard to put it into words what I want to say as this last little thing, but a lot of you guys have done a lot for me. Whether or not you know it yourself, a lot of the people in this group, a lot of you guys have made this time so much worth it, and you guys have helped me get through a lot of things just by being so fun to hang out around, and it's done a lot for me. You guys have no idea. It's quite literally impossible for me to get the feelings that I want to say to you guys out into words. But
yeah,
if you know me, then you know me, and you know that I'll always be grateful for what you've done for me.
And Ryan will forever be enshrined in the annals of this group, long past the end of it. And single-handedly, a lot of France's success boils down to Ryan setting the example for everyone else. So
Sorry, I didn't mean to do it.
It's unfortunate, but life moves on, and this is the day that has come. And like I said, hopefully he'll be able to stick around in whatever sort of capacity. Hell, even as a conscript.
I'll be sticking around. I'm going to Asia for about 3 months, so if any Asians want me in their events, on mobile or something, I'll hop in, do some Asian events. But yeah, like Nav said, this, shit happens and you just kind of got to move on with it. I definitely, if I had the opportunity to do it all again, I would do it without hesitation. So that's my last words.
There's many a days as an officer in this group or in any group where you're like, damn, I'm really burnt out. Damn, this shit's getting a little repetitive. Ryan has always put the group's interest and his men's interest over his own. But at the end of the day, when reflection comes, like now, he can sit back and be like, I did what was right, and I enjoyed every second of it, and I would do it again. He has no regrets. unlike last time when the group was stolen from us and shut down on short notice. There's a lot of regret that a lot of people had for not appreciating what it was for how long it was around. But Ryan has been able to go out on his own terms, on his 2 feet, and I think that sits well with him a lot better than just being forced into a decision to break up his community based off of the decisions of other people. So, regardless, I'm going to wrap it up. Ryan, thank you for everything. And you can always reach out to me if you need something. But other than that, I'm going to hand the mic back to Joel. I love you all. 324 for EST GMT, pretty good. I think that's like over 500 again for the entire group. It's a good turnout. But what I will say is this, that the next coming months and even weeks is a big focal point in this group on where we go, whether we start a downward trend or an upward trend. And it comes down to all of y'all and how much you want GA to stay around. That isn't me saying that I'm going to retire. That isn't me saying I'm going to shut the group down. But we're in the crunch time. We're in the fourth quarter. And if y'all want this to prosper, then we've got to stick together no matter how hard it gets and get over this hump.
Is that meeting still on for after this rally?
Just text me. Okay.
You got it, Chief.
All right. I'm out. Peace out. Love you all.
Bye,
so
Nap.
before we head out,
can I say one last
he
word?
left.
Oh, not to Nap, not to everyone.
Sorry.
For those of you still listening, as my last words to this group, I'd just like to say, Hearts of Iron at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be posting the
Holy fuck, you virgin.
There you go. All right. Anyways, before you all go out to your events, I'm still not done with the Legion of Honor for the medals, but no longer am I doing Legionnaire. I have one officer class, and I am doing my first award of the highest possible recipient for the Legion of Honor, which is the Empire's highest feasible accolade. There's nothing that goes beyond it. It is the pinnacle of what someone could hope to achieve. So first is the officer class. This lad was recommended by another lad who I've been with for a very long time, since 2019. And this lad came in as a wee little conscript and worked his way up to show that he absolutely deserved whatever he was awarded. And this wee little lad now takes the reins of this Empire's arguably most consistent regiment, period, in terms of throughout its ups and downs and its dissolvement and reconstruction. And since the beginning of Men of War, since the beginning of 2019, or so I think it was beginning of 2020, or when he joined, it's been a long, long time. He hasn't changed a bit. He's been the same hardworking person since the very start, and absolutely deserves this upgrade. I would like everyone to give a warm round of applause to the Old Guard French Chad for the officer recipient of the Legion of Honor. And now for the highest attainable accolade, I believe is the Grand Cross. And to many people's surprise, it probably goes without saying that I think we've said quite a bit on where he's come from and where he's ended up. But before he leaves, I am awarding Ryan, French Eminence, the Grand Cross of the Empire, the highest feasible accolade that I am stamping down as a permanent accolade, regardless of rank and regardless of where he ends up. Because for the amount of time he's spent in this group, the amount of time he's dedicated to his corps, for the amount of time he's dedicated to his regiment, for the amount of people that he's inspired to come into this genre and really spread their wings, to explore it more, and to develop his own regiment and future regiments to come, I am happy to award this accolade to Ryan for his quite literally irreversible, or our irreversible debt to what he's done to this group and how much it's evolved over time. So I appreciate everyone who's submitted in applications, and I am going to do one more thing before you guys go to your events, and I'll try to make it quick because I think your events start in 8 minutes. And that is what Nap said, and I'll have the Colonels come up and say their one-liners if they want, but prepare for the unexpected in Men of War. Prepare for the unexpected in GA. Are they good? Is it bad? Doesn't matter. What you need to recognize is that being able to improvise on the fly, as well as accept new changes that come, and to be able to appreciate what's been done is a very important trait that everyone will have, not just on a Roblox game, but going into a real job where your job was taken by somebody else, and someone right across the room noticed that you lost that job and is now offering you a new job. You got to make sort of concessions and improvisations for what's to come. So whatever announcement you hear, whatever shock and awe occurs, just keep in mind that the train takes a long time to slow down, and if we were to stop it abruptly, people get hurt, things break, and frankly, morale dips. So nothing bad is coming, but there's a lot of good to expect. So I would just like to say, whatever comes into light is whatever you need to deal with, and you need to basically say to yourself, okay, where do we go from here? Let's improvise. That's what I've been doing since the start. When I was a wee little old guard captain, I barely ever made plans on a big scale. I always just improvised with plans that were given to me. And look where I am now. I still improvise to this day. And I find it as one of the best attributes anyone could ever have is when you're in a really scary situation, just improvise. And it will take you somewhere, whether you like it or not. And when you're in that position, improvise again. But anyways, I'm going to go from top to bottom, and I'm going to invite the Colonels to come up and speak. But unfortunately, I don't have my glasses on, and I cannot sift through an amalgamation of different characters. So let's start with the old guard colonel if they want to come up and say anything. If
One
he's here.
second, Joel. If I could just ask a question for the crowd. If they received a medal, but it wasn't a Legion of Honor, right? So you didn't say it. Where would they find their medals that they were potentially given?
So your medals that you were potentially given, again, like I stated at the start, will be located on a sheet, but United currently is undergoing COVID, and I do not want to burden him with having to do a sheet when you're experiencing either difficulty breathing, minor to severe chills, and other nasty garbage that comes with that. So I am going to give him some slack. I've been doing the medals behind the scenes myself, but there's a lot, and I don't want to overlook them and half-ass it and say, I don't think this person's done a lot, so I'm just going to kick them off to the side. Everyone who has been recommended is going to be scrutinized and seen if they deserve that medal. But the sheet will tell you who has received what for organization purposes as well as for bragging rights for that person. But back to the bringing up the colonels, because you got like 3 more minutes, I think. So I would love to do this, but I think we don't have enough time. So I'm going to let the colonels make their own announcements to their own men, but I'll leave you off with expect medals soon when United comes back. Expect some very crazy announcements from Men of War in the coming weeks, but through all the shock and awe, improvise and adapt, and frankly overcome with those iconic lines from that, I think, the Survivor movie, or the Survivor show from the Animal Planet or whatever. But it's real. It's not just some catchy thing to say. It's real. So, you have your core events. Your marshals and generals know what you're doing. I also guarantee your colonels do. I pray to God they know what they're doing, because Jesus, please know what you're doing. Dismissed off to your VCs to whatever you're doing. Thank you so much for attending today.
Joel talks is short.
That was long.
Line battle, guys.
I'm battle.
We're gonna battle
Oh,
lines.
Did they award any of my medals I sent in?
No.
They awarded J-Jets?
Besides J-Jet, did they award
Nope.
any of my
Nope.
medals?
Probably not.
Nope.
No.
Okay,
Yet.
I will do this myself. So, allow me to pull up the notepad. No,
It means more to us that Ryan is the Lord.
It's true. Yeah, that is true.
What the hell? What? I hear some like. Never mind. I'm not even gonna question it.
My God.
Anyways, medals. Where did I save it? Documents.
Notepad.
Sorry, with my battling on North
Oh my
Point.
God, mute yourself.
Who's Latina? What was that?
I muted him. He's
Oh,
gone.
it's GS, my boy
It's
GS.
Yes. We're
Hey,
on
get Maddie.
that.
You know this
We're
dude's been here
on
since
that.
2020, and he is like. Alright.
Nah.
Been here already.
Alright. Either way. I may or may not have been the last person out of all the officer staff. Oh shit, we got to deploy for the battle, don't we? Okay, I'll do it while we deploy. Okay. Holy shit. We're rallying 40 guys. You guys really waited for my resignation to rally 40 again?
Yes.